Welcome back to this week's edition of Modern Dallas TV. I'm Jeff Levine with moderndallas.net. In the real estate, we visit a sophisticated new modern townhouse in the Knox Henderson area. We talk with Jed Morse about Phyllida Barlow's show at the Nasher Sculpture Center. And we visit Scott+Cooner and talk to Lloyd Scott about the Varenna Poliform collection. Stay around for calendar updates, art scene, and enjoy the show. Experience LED at Lights Fantastic Pro, our sponsor on Modern Dallas TV. Lighting is changing at warp speed, and there's definitely an LED revolution going on. You'll see a curated selection of some of the coolest new LED fixtures from some of the best brands around the world. Visit their 12,000 square foot showroom minutes from the new Nebraska Furniture Mart in Louisville off the Sam Rayburn Tollway. Come see for yourself how lighting can enhance and change your next project. Welcome back. Modern Dallas Real Estate is here in the Knox Henderson area at 5411 Melrose. I'm here with Chad Meadows with Clay Stapp & Company. Thanks for being part of our show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Pleasure. Tell us a little bit about this home. It's got a nice address. Melrose is always synonymous with LA. It feels a little bit like LA in this home.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
The house is definitely posh.
Yeah.
You definitely feel like you're in a different place. It's one of the coolest new construction houses I've gotten to list, I'd say, by far.
And tell us a little bit about the builder, what his vision is. This is a single family attached. There's a beautiful one right next door, mirror image of this. Yes. Tell us about what their vision is, who is the architect, and any details that are important.
Yeah, his vision was to make a statement. This was his first build, but his family has a background in development, building, interior design, and I think you can see that when you walk through the house, and a lot of it speaks for itself, but he definitely wanted to make a statement.
And he did. I mean, you drive by, you know, those windows on the front definitely are unique. Tell us about some of the features that you'll find in the house.
A lot of attention to detail. Definitely when you walk through the house, you can see the little touches that have been done, whether it's the reveal or the commercial grade doors and windows that are actually sitting flush in the concrete, to the high-end appliances and fixtures. You've got the Valcocine Italian cabinets. You've got porcelanosa tile imported from Spain, Moen fixtures, quartz countertops with the floating edge. Again, another great detail, and the list continues.
And it's great. What I do like, I don't know what the height the ceilings are, but it's got a beautiful open feel to it. Are these commercial doors?
Commercial grade doors and windows, yes.
Yeah. And on the outside, it's obviously a little different. What was the thought? I mean, they didn't just put grass in the backyard.
Definitely to go with the modern look and feel. It's a little more organic. You know, the dryscapes, kind of popular with the modern builds right now. So if someone actually didn't want a lot of the dryscapes, the builder's easy to work with. You know, the guy next door who's doing his is going to do grass. So, you know, different things like that.
Well, great. I appreciate you taking the time. We're here at 5411 Melrose. It's in the Knox Henderson area, listed at $740,000 with Chad Meadows. You can contact him. If you have any questions, go to their website at claystapp.com, or you can visit moderndallas.net and see our listings. Modern Dallas Art here this week at the Nasher Sculpture Center. I'm here with Jed Morse, the chief curator of the museum. We're here to see Phyllida Barlow's show. It's an amazing show. It's an unbelievable space filled with her work. She's a London artist or sculptor, 71 years old, pretty impressive. How did this all come about, Jed?
So Phyllida is actually best known as a teacher. She was a teacher for much of the generation of sculptors that came after her, so figures like Rachel White-Reed, Martin Creed, Tacita Dean. And it wasn't until she retired from teaching at the Slade School after 30 years that her own career really started to take off. So what we have is an opportunity to see an artist who is really at the height of her powers, but who at the same time is not as well known as she should be. So this exhibition actually came to be was started many years ago when we first approached Phyllida. But her dance card was starting to get very full, so it took several years for the idea of Phyllida doing an exhibition at the Nasher Sculpture Center to come to realization. But what she's done is she's made 7 new works of art specifically conceived for the spaces here at the Nasher Sculpture Center, all for this exhibition, which she calls Tryst.
It's an interesting name, Tryst. These are interesting pieces, larger than life.
Yes.
How does she conceive these ideas, and how did it all come together in a show like this?
Yeah. Phyllida is, in a funny way, a very traditional sculptor. She's interested in the essential elements of sculpture in terms of form and volume and the way that objects take up space. And so what she wanted to do was to create something that would give us a stronger and a very different sense of the space that we inhabit. And so right here in the entranceway of the Nasher Sculpture Center, the first thing that visitors encounter is this extraordinary series of 8 sculptures on these narrow stilts, and she calls these things stilted crates because they're these box-like forms that are raised up above our heads by these wooden and metal beams. And they seem very precarious, very haphazard, but of course the idea is that our attention is drawn upwards and we get a sense of the full volume of the space because of the objects and the way that they're conceived.
What kind of materials is she using to create these pieces?
Most of these works, in fact most of Phyllida's work, uses very commonplace materials: wood, metal, styrofoam, things that you might find in a construction site or you could easily buy at a construction or hardware store. So things that oftentimes we would overlook passing them on the street. She uses them to elaborate these really incredible works of art.
So we continue this journey through the museum, and in this part of the gallery we have 4 pieces. These are larger than life as well, no different to stilted. And the one behind us is so interesting.
Yeah.
What's the concept?
So Phyllida often works in a monumental scale. When she has the space, she really takes over that space. And in fact, she said she likes objects that kind of elbow their way into a space. And with the sculpture that is at the back of this gallery near the garden, I mean, this is an extraordinary work of art. It seems like it can't possibly stand. It's a pile of black painted pallets stacked up on each other, really just kind of haphazardly, and then this structure erected on top of it. But the structure is irregular in form and seems to be falling over, tipping over, falling into the gallery towards the audience. It seems like there's no way that this thing can stand, but it does, and it's stable. And you know, this is the kind of thing that is very traditionally sculptural because it's a series of panels that define a volume. But at the same time, it is something that is completely not sculpture. It's more, I mean, it's almost a 3-dimensional painting. You have all of these painted panels that are connected to each other. And then you have that vacant space in the middle, that void. So something that looks like a heavy, solid object is actually empty in the middle. And you're afforded an incredible view when you walk around the back into the interior of that space, where you see all of these painted 2x4s that serve as the structure, the internal structure to hold all of those walls together. But it's done in a very improvisatory way, and so it looks completely haphazard, like there's no way it could possibly stand, but it does, and it's an extraordinary experience.
What's the name of that piece?
This is called Untitled Stockade 2015. Yeah.
So finally, Jed, this is a great show. The museum's been here a long time. It's part of Dallas. everyone should know it.
Yeah.
But if they don't know about it,
Right.
what should they know about the Nasher Sculpture Center?
Well, it's really this wonderful jewel right in the heart of the Dallas Arts District. You know, we've been here for 12 years, but I think there are still people who haven't discovered it. It's probably the most popular place for people in Dallas when they have family or friends in from out of town. They bring them to the Nasher Sculpture Center because they want to show them something that is unexpected, that people don't really expect to see here in Dallas. The collection is one of the strongest collections of modern and contemporary sculpture anywhere in the world. And then we do these crazy, mind-boggling exhibitions like the Phyllida Barlow Exhibition that keep bringing people back, and that also question, you know, what we think as sculpture. What is sculpture? What is sculpture today? And it's something that we constantly try to bring to the forefront in questioning where is sculpture and where is sculpture going.
Well, it's a tremendous collection. This is a tremendous show. Thanks for taking the time today. We appreciate it. Stop by the Nasher. This is an absolute treat. Welcome to Mod Artist Gallery. In a recent editorial, art critic Todd Camplin from moderndallas.net wrote, Mod Artist Gallery is another space that breaks the mold of traditional galleries. This group space of artists has rotating shows, but also acts as a place where artists in the group can take collectors and talk to people one-on-one about their work. Stop by Mod Artist Gallery at 2514 Converse in the Dallas Design District, or visit us at modartistgallery.com. Modern Dallas is here at one of our favorite stores, Scott+Cooner. I'm here with Lloyd Scott. Lloyd, obviously this is an interesting setup, which is from Poliform. It's a living room, bedroom, closet combination. This is a lifestyle on its own. Tell us a little bit about Poliform.
Poliform's an Italian company. They've been in business for many years. I can't quote the date, but at least since the 60s. And they started by building closets and bookcases, case goods. In Europe, when you buy or rent a new apartment or house, you also buy or rent your own closets. And not rent, but buy your own closets and kitchens, because they don't come with closets and kitchens. So this is quite a product, a niche product in Europe. So they're high quality. You can do all sorts of finishes. It's a system that can be custom configured to your kitchen, your closet, your bookcases, so forth, and to your kitchen. They have grown out of that into doing kitchens. They bought Varenna about 14 years ago and started doing kitchens as well with the same precision, some of the same designers that they had used before. And then 7-8 years ago, they started manufacturing furniture, much to the concern of other Italian furniture manufacturers. And the line has grown, the quality has grown, and they have beds and occasional chairs and wonderful sofas and dining tables. They have it all.
One of the other parts of the company which you mentioned earlier is Varenna,
Yes.
which they bought. Tell us a little bit about kitchens from Varenna and what are the options available?
Many options. The kitchens are a system just like the closets and the bookcases. They are a system that is custom configured to what you want for your kitchen. And your options are anything from laminate doors, to wood doors, to matte lacquer, to gloss lacquer, to glass cabinet doors. Your options for countertops are endless. You can do your own countertop if you want, if you have a special marble that you've selected and have it cut on site here, but the counters from the European manufacturers come perfect. Everything's already cut There's no delay in your installation. So, and you can do any appliances that you want. You just tell us the appliances that you're using, and we put the templates in for the cases. So it's
Seamless. And no shaker style available.
Can be. Yeah.
So you can see the Poliform Varenna collection here at Scott+Cooner. It's at 1617 Highline Drive in the Design District. Thanks, Lloyd.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Testing, testing.
Wiki, wiki.
We're on board. Here we go. Dallas Modern Meetup. This month, I'm Jeff Levine with moderndallas.net.
And I'm Jeff Mitchell, the Modern Home Guy with Briggs Freeman Sotheby's. Together,
we're Jeff Square,
but in a cool way. Join us for the next Dallas Modern Meetup. It's going to be on August 26th. And today, we're here with David at Spinster Records. David, tell us all about it.
So Spinster Records is a vinyl lifestyle store. So we do everything around vinyl records. So new records, used records, really cool turntables, amps, speakers. We do a little bit of repair, and we have live shows here. So it's a really great cultural icon, little spot here in Oak Cliff, and we'd love for y'all to come down, join us, network, have fun on the 26th. I think it's gonna be a really good time.
Awesome. So come connect, socialize with other local modernistas here in our Dallas community. And Jeff, it's going to be located at?
Spinster Records, 829 West Davis, August the 26th, 6 to 8 p.m. Be here and be square.
Square is a new circle. See you soon.
To wrap up this week on Modern Dallas TV, on the art scene, had a couple of great openings last night. One definitely to stop by is at Craighead Green, New Texas Talent. It's a juried exhibition going through September the 5th. On the calendar, Dallas Center for Architecture has a great show up with the landscape architect Dan Kiley. It'll be going through September, as well as they have a film screening on August the 19th at 6 p.m. And if you're in the market for a modern home, mid-century modern, contemporary, high-rise or loft, we simply have the finest moderns in Dallas. And for this week, it's a wrap.